Mike, thank you for joining us at the One-to-One conference today.
You're welcome.
Mike, Georgian mining, been through a lot of changes over the last sort of 12 months. Tell us a little bit more about the company.
Well, we've got a 50-50 joint venture in Georgia and a very large license area. We've got 860 square kilometres of area in Georgia. It's actually just over 1% of the country, so it is a big area. We've got about a dozen projects within that license area. One of them is quite advanced. It's going into feasibility study this year. Two others are priority projects, which we've got a work program now agreed with our partners for this year, which is going to take the advanced project through to feasibility study, but also to develop the other two. And the model there is, it's a different geological environment to what was thought to exist previously. So it's an epithermal gold copper environment. And two of the projects have got a lot of historical work done on them, some very high grade intersections. So our remit this year is to validate those high grade intersections.
That's one of the keys, isn't it? Is that element of high grade that you found? It
is. The previous modelling had a different deposit model that they were looking for. And what we've been able to do at our more advanced project, Kevema Bolnisi, is to really reinterpret that data, have a fresh look at what the information was telling us. We've done our own drilling campaign, and so we've got a completely different deposit model now, and that's allowed us to make a discovery because there's a deeper copper sulfide with gold body underneath what was understood previously to a small oxide cap. So it's sort of validated our approach, and we are taking the same approach with the other targets, which are, as I say, I've had a lot of historical work done on them, but we need to do that validation. One of them in particular had 140 kilometres of drilling done in the Soviet era, but they were all vertical holes in what is a subvertical vein system. So I don't know why, but we've got the opportunity to now look at that again and reinterpret that information and do our own validation drilling and try to prove something.
It's obviously exceptionally exciting times for the company. Over this sort of next 6 months to 12 months, what would you say the key milestones that you're really looking to achieve?
So for the more advanced project, Kevema Bolnisi, we two key milestones this year. A definitive production agreement with our partners. So the intention there is to extract the ore from our project, and then their operations, where the ore is going to be processed, is only 6 kilometres away. So a definitive agreement about how we'll manage that process, the mining and the sharing of the revenue from that activity, and then the completion of the feasibility study, and then obviously as you would expect, a sort of no-go decision for the partners on taking that asset to production.
So exciting times. We're at the One-to-One conference.
Yeah.
How have you found that? What's been the response to the story?
Very good. I'm fully booked for 2 days. Response has been excellent. I think there's a genuine interest in Georgia. People recognise that Georgia is a very good address, and an interest obviously in the large area that we've got. And our opportunities there cover the full spectrum from greenfield exploration through to this more advanced project going into feasibility study. So a wide range of opportunities, and it's also that's caused us. It's prompted the board to make some changes in terms of the team. We've changed the team in the last few months, including myself coming on board, to have a group of people who can address that full spectrum of activity. Explorationists, but also people who have projects and operations experience who can work with our partners to take this asset forwards to production. And that element of near-term production must be very exciting. It is, yes it is. And there's obviously a lot of interest here in London for that, but I'm also emphasising that the broader picture in this large licence area and the opportunities that we see there, because for me, what I see, there's a potential pipeline of projects that they're at different stages of development. They've had different amounts of work done historically, but also for geometrical reasons, some are easier to develop, others will be more difficult. It's a pipeline, and we can see a series of projects coming through to development. It's very exciting. Well, Mike, thanks for your time today. You're very welcome.